Hello, and welcome to the Intentional Healing Podcast, the show that dives deep into issues that disrupt the lives of BIPOC folk in urban communities. Because we understand that people from the hood need healing too. We just need to be intentional about it. I am your host, Veronica Clanton-Higgins, and today we are going to talk about the mind-body connection with Chef Lemel Durrah, aka Compton Vegan. So grab your water, grab your tea or your Hennessey. We about to tap in with one of Compton's finest. All right. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So I know we had some off-camera conversations just to warm up the palates. But in this podcast, what I like to do is get people warmed up to the mic. You know, check one, check two. So I do that by asking a series of questions about who they are. All right, you ready?
Should be easy.
We see. Let's see. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black.
Black, oh black, black, so black. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does the color black signify for you?
Black for me is just a powerful color. I know a lot of times in history when people refer to black something, it's always a negative connotation attached to it. So me, I see the color as powerful opposed to anything negative. Like you got black plagues and all other type of stuff. But for me, black is power.
I love it. I'm here for it. So we got black as the powerful color. Okay, so what's your favorite song?
Wow. Favorite song. That's tough because, you know, it all depends on my mood. Wow.
So if you're trying to get hype.
If I'm trying to get hype.
What song you play?
Probably Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka.
Oh, he got the Waka Flocka flame popping.
If you're trying to go hard, you go hard in the paint.
Okay, so if you're trying to, be mellow and chill, what song do you play?
Wow, that's a good one too, because it's different levels of mellow and chill.
I mean, okay, so you chilling with the homies, or you chilling with yourself, and you just want to relax?
Chilling with myself, just want to relax. I'll probably I got a playlist on Tidal where it's all of like DJ Quick's instrumentals. So if I'm just trying to chill, I'll probably listen to that right there.
Quick's Groove?
Yeah.
Which one you prefer, one or two?
He go up to like 7, 8.
I know, but I like the first two. So which one you like, one or two?
Man, I'll probably go with the first one.
I knew it.
The original one. It's hard to.
Hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I get excited because I'm like, I remember back in the days when we were growing up on the east side, and you throw that in the middle of the night when you're supposed to be in the house, and you're not in the house, but your mama don't know that you're not in the house, and you rolling down with the windows. Oh, man, I've brought some memories that I can't talk about. So, okay. I love those days. Yeah. And so, okay, so if you were trying to set the mood with your lady.
Yeah, set the mood with my lady. Man, well, you really can't go wrong listening to anything from the 70s soul, really. I think that's the best genre or the best era of music. Pretty much all the soulful music that came out the 70s.
So he means those songs that come on at 2 o'clock in the morning for that distant lover. Yep. You ever see that commercial?
Yep. The greatest hits.
Oh, so yeah. So I can dig it. Okay. So now let's look at favorite movies. Okay, so I know with my previous guest, he broke it down by genre. So if you were to, do you have a favorite movie, or do you also have a favorite movie by genre?
I mean, I could go favorite movie by genre, but overall, my favorite movie of all time is The Matrix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's one of those movies I saw that kind of had me looking at the life and the world that we live in a totally different aspect. You know what I mean? And pretty much all the lessons that I learned in that movie are things that I took away from it as lessons to be learned, where, we really live in a system. You know, we really live in a system, and
Absolutely.
those who have the neo kind of mentality are the ones that are able to do things outside of the norm, basically.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that because it's absolutely true. When we think about how we exist, the systems we exist in, and why they were set up
Yeah.
for us to exist in a certain way, not just as Black people, but as human beings under types of government, infrastructures, all of that.
Yeah.
We might have to do a show about that, huh, TVG?
I wouldn't see why not.
I mean, it
You
needs
know,
to be discussed because it really
definitely.
impacts us on an energetic level,
Mm-hmm.
financial level, and
Yeah.
spiritual level, and
Yep.
how we operate and move because
Mm-hmm.
it's a game that's set up for us to play it a certain way.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
I got you. So that was one of those after dark conversations where everybody's sitting on the porch
Yeah.
and we just having those type of
For
conversations.
real.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
All these Capricorns, where are y'all coming from?
Our mamas.
Wait, are you a December Capricorn or January?
I'm a Christmas Eve baby.
Oh, you on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve? Okay, now growing up,
Mm-hmm.
how did that impact your birthday celebrations?
Well, once again, it's one of those things that shaped you as an individual. As a kid, you used to get the birthday and the Christmas gifts.
Mhm.
And then you got older and things started costing a little bit more. And then, you started getting combined presents and gifts. Like everybody else wait, the whole year to, unwrap their presents for Christmas. And,
yeah.
And then they get a birthday party too. And, they have birthday weeks and birthday months and stuff like that where people party all the time. But when I got older, it was just like a one or the other kind of thing. So once again, that just set me up to know that if I want something, I shouldn't wait until a certain time to get it. I should just go out and get it myself and not wait for the expectation of somebody to give me something.
Look at you dropping seeds already.
That's why we're here, right?
Right. That's why I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I already knew you was going to come through dropping some seeds. Okay, so what is an interesting fact about you?
An interesting fact about me? Man. Something that's not public knowledge?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my life, I pretty much put it on display. From the TED Talk, I kind of laid everything out there. Talked about how I had so many different jobs and whatnot. But I don't know. That's a tough one.
Okay.
To say something that people don't know already. Honestly.
So do you think, because I see you as a public figure.
Yeah.
And your TED Talk is getting views upon views.
That's what's up.
And I'm just going to drop this plug. I am the primary licensee of TEDx Compton Boulevard.
That's right.
And out of all the speakers thus far, Lemel's talk has gotten the most views.
That's what's up. Shout out to all the viewers.
Yes. And shout out to all my TEDx Compton Boulevard speakers.
Super shout out.
Yes, but Lemel, when you came in and you did your talk, I was like, oh, he got layers.
Yeah.
So, so you know what? You have been very transparent. But if you could think of something that you're like, I don't know if they know. Do you know how to dance?
Yeah, I just don't do that's an interesting one. I don't like to line dance.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm probably like one of the only Black people who don't like to line dance.
So you ain't doing no shuffle.
I don't like getting out there I guess I've been socially distancing for a long time.
This has always been your life.
Yeah. But shout out to everybody who get out there and get down. I ain't mad at you.
You the person on the sideline, like,
chilling.
yeah.
Chilling.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so he can dance. He
Yep.
just doesn't dance in lines.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad, because it takes that one person to throw the whole thing off and everybody mad. So, okay. Now, what are 3 words that describe how you feel right now?
Energized, motivated, and focused.
I love it, because we all focused on making sure that people go to your GoFundMe to make sure you get that brick and mortar and bring that healthy eating to our community.
Yeah, every dollar given to that GoFundMe is a bonus. It's a blessing, and it's a gift from God. That put it on the individuals who donate its heart and mind to say, you know what, I want to help this person achieve their goals. But at the same time, I'm energized, motivated, and focused on trying to get it myself.
Right.
But allowing others to join in the process.
All right. Let them bless you.
Absolutely.
Let them bless you. So this is our last get to know you question.
Okay.
East side or west side?
West side.
All right. So without hesitation, okay? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go into. Can I share this interesting thing about Lemel? I don't know if he knows this. I don't know if I mentioned it to him before. Okay, so I went to SC with his brother, right? And I never forget when I went vegetarian, right? And I ordered food from Compton Vegan. This is back when you were personally delivering stuff yourself, and you knocked on my door. And I stood there for a minute. I was like, why is Eugene on my door? And I kind of looked at you. I was like, because you guys favor a lot.
Yeah,
and so
that's my twin.
Oh, my God, because he dressed up like you for Halloween. So when you brought me the food, I kind of looked through my bar door for a minute. I said, why is Eugene?
Right. How did Eugene get here?
Right. So then after further research, I found out you guys were brothers. So I was like, oh, that makes... Right. Okay. So I just had to share that because it
what? I don't remember that.
I know. You had just started.
Yeah.
And you were delivering food yourself.
I mean, I was on the grind.
Yeah. So that's how long it's been since I've been following you.
That's what's up.
So I remember you knocked on my door and you was like, you brought the food. And I was like, why is Eugene on my porch? But
shout out for the support.
Yes. I've been supporting you from day one.
Day one.
Yes.
That's what's up.
So now we're going to go into our identity questions. So, Lemel, what are your core values? What do you hold true to you?
Putting your family above your personal gains. Putting your community above anybody else's community. And staying true to yourself, realizing what you like and what you don't like as soon as possible. And then the things that you don't like, stay away from them. And then the things that you do like, give it your all.
Okay, that's a word right there.
Yeah.
So now let's look at this. How does your core values connect to who you are and what you do?
Man, so every day I wake up, I am Compton Vegan. And, I'm giving everything that I have to Compton Vegan. And Compton Vegan represents my community, first and foremost. And then secondly, it's for my family. I'm doing everything that I can do on a daily basis to put my future generations of family members in positions to where, one, they're financially set, and two, they're walking into a world that was better than the world that I found. Through health, you can change your mentality. And if you putting the right things into your body, I feel like you're going to give nothing but positive energy out. And then that positive energy turns into walking down the street and looking at somebody sideways. They look at you sideways. And the next thing you know is two people catching fade. And you never know what could happen at the end of that, opposed to, having a positive vibe about yourself to where you walking down the street and you acknowledge the person that you see. And, you never know. You might end up being that person's friend later on down in life. But the initial interaction will be much different just because of the mentality. So.
And I think that is absolutely wonderful that you stated that, because when we are thinking back to when we heard your TED Talk and you talked about the Daniel fast, right? And how that had an impact on your perception and on who you are. I think what you just stated is absolutely correct, because what we feed our bodies, we feed our spirit. And what we feed our spirit, we're feeding our mind. And that means energetically, it is a ripple effect. So I like that example that you gave, because if you are attuned to self through food, spirit, and all these other things, it comes out in different ways. Yep. Go ahead. Keep planting those seeds. Okay.
Hey, I'm a gardener.
He literally is a gardener. Yeah. Okay. So my questions always build on each other. So based on what you just stated, how would you describe your relationship with yourself?
Going back to that Daniel fast, I had to find myself again, or come to reality, or come to grips with who I felt comfortable being moving forward from that particular space and time in my life. So who I am now is a direct reflection of who I became then, just more seasoned, more mature, and further along in my journey. You know, further along in my faith and further along in, you know, just relationships that I've built with myself and the people closest to me.
Okay. So do you feel like your relationship with yourself lays the foundation for your relationship with others and your relationship with your business and your relationship with your community?
Absolutely. I forget the saying, but you can't do for others unless you can do for yourself. You know, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yes.
And that's pretty much how I felt then. Like, I got a lot of people that I know or are looking towards me for motivation, encouragement, so on and so forth. Just somebody that can be there. You know, I've been when I was coaching, you know, I'm a father figure to those guys,
Right.
or a big brother figure, depending on how old they are, how mature they think they are,
Right.
or the circumstances that they've gone through up until the point that they met me. Teacher, same thing. So knowing that I had to be my best self, it makes me walk out the house, making sure that I'm doing what I got to do to be a positive example to anybody that I come across. And that pretty much helps me to have positive relationships with the people that I interact with. But it also helps me to realize that energy is very important. And sometimes you shouldn't overextend positive energy to individuals who aren't going to reciprocate that energy back to you, because then you turn into like a battery. You know, you got the positive side, but then you got that negative side just draining the life out of you.
Right.
I like to try to keep my battery on charged.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Charge them batteries, folks. Don't let folks drain you.
You know,
Tell them if it ain't about reciprocity, you don't want it. Okay.
Big old facts. Big old facts.
So as we move into the last question of this segment, I want you to share with the listeners what was a pivotal moment in your life?
Just one?
You can share two. Hey.
Yeah. Pivotal moment in my life. I'm gonna say when my mom and my dad split up. That was right before I graduated the 8th grade. So the transition to, you know, 2 parents in the household to just having one parent was probably the biggest shift for me, because I was always, you know, doing a lot on my own. I lived in my own world for as long as I can remember. But when I had to basically step up and start being a responsible big brother to Eugene, I'm also taking a step into manhood, because right after high school, you know, that's the real world.
Right.
That's when they can charge you as an adult.
Right.
You know, so that's when you can vote. You know, that's when you can buy a lottery ticket to get out the situation that you're in, if God bless you with them numbers.
Right.
But that was the most pivotal point for me in my life, up until my divorce. When I started going through a divorce process, that was the next shift, which pretty much propelled me into the life that I'm living right now. So going from boy to man, you know, basically on my own is how I looked at it. And then going from young man to grown man in the divorce process, because, you know, I wasn't the most perfect person.
Right.
And I'll be the first to admit it. But that was the first step to actually getting to where I am now, admitting that I'm not where I want to be, admitting that I've made decisions that probably have cost me some of the things that I've accumulated, but I can't hold that against myself, and I can't hold it against the people that were involved in any of those situations either. So I can't be mad at my mom, can't be mad at my dad, can't be mad at my ex-wife, can't be mad at anybody who influenced her to do whatever she wanted to do. But when it all boils down to the core, it's what do I do moving forward. So when I was becoming a big brother and a father figure for Eugene, I stepped it up, and look where he's at today.
Right.
And he'll be one of the first people to acknowledge that I had a big part in him turning out to the person that he is.
Right.
Because I knew the lessons that I was teaching him at was second grade, third grade, were going to be what propels him into whatever God has called him to do. And then the next phase was just me being me, and spreading my wings and flying.
Spread your wings.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is beautiful, because what you basically explained was your growth, right? The development, the trajectory, and the transformation.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's a beautiful thing, because when we look at healing, it's not always beautiful.
Mm-mm.
And it's not always clean.
Yep.
And it looks like you faced your demons in order to heal yourself, so that way you can be a better version of yourself to operate within the lives of others.
Yep.
And it seemed like you recognized that at a very early age, which is, when you talk about your student, you said for those who think they're mature, right?
Yeah.
Because it is a mindset.
Absolutely.
And so, we just want to commend you for being able, I'll call it your shadow self, right? When you're able to look at those parts of yourselves that's unhealed, so you know what you need to work on to be a better version of yourself.
Right.
And it seems that you face those parts of you, so that way we can get the best of you.